On to you, Taurus out here. Hope y'all are having a great day. So for you, Taurus, you actually have the Two of Swords, the Strength card, and then you, Taurus, have the Page of Swords right here. So these three cards right here for you, for starters, these three cards right here for you represent how a lot of you, Taurus, okay. So there's a sense of you, Taurus, probably having somebody that you like, that you've kind of been talking to for a little while, but they're giving you a hard time in the sense that they're not really letting you in, or they weren't letting you in. We're going to build into this. They weren't letting you in. They were essentially giving you a difficult time, even though you, Taurus, would really try to communicate with them. They would communicate some things, but then they wouldn't allow you to get so far. And obviously, a relationship is not going to be conducive unless there's a good stream of communication, right? The two of you have to communicate, as it is, I said before, because if a person doesn't, then that's not very good, because if people don't communicate, how are people really going to get a better understanding, right? And this is why it is that I don't really do like non-verbal communication. Like, I understand it, but I don't really put too much of an emphasis on it, because people use non-verbal communication in ways where it's not really meant to be used, or not the best ways to be used. And what I mean by that is they use it as a means of misdirecting somebody else. Instead of the non-verbal communication or actions going along with their words so that someone can have a better understanding of who they are, they use actions as a means of misdirection, right? And that's where things can end up becoming quite mixed up, because now you don't know what's happening. And this is why it is, and I'm not an advocate for that. I'm an advocate for using both, listening to what they have to say, and then watching what it is that they also do. And if those two things match up over an extended amount of time, then you can pretty much understand that, yeah, you can trust this person. It's not 100%. Nothing is 100%. But at the same time, it's a very good way of understanding if a person is into you. And especially in today's world, let me cook. Especially in today's world, things are more warped now more than ever. And the part of the reason why things are so messed up is because people are terrible at communication. Like, and not only that, but also the web of lies, they're in the lost value system. And so because they are in the lost value system, because of the fact that they're in the lost value system, there are no truths in the lost value system. There's just misdirection and lying to yourself. So then you have the Justice, and then you have the Five of Cups, right? For you, Taurus. And you didn't really, you Taurus, was just trying to open lines of communication. You're not really trying to really force them to communicate or get them to essentially feel uncomfortable hanging around you. That's not what that was. What this was more so about how you, Taurus, essentially wanted to get to know them. But if they want you to step off, you, Taurus, will most definitely step off. You respected the person's personal space. And again, the Five of Cups, you were regretful that you even went that far to even talk to them and communicate with them and try to like really, talk things out with them and everything like that, because you didn't want to disturb them. You didn't really want to end up getting on their bad side. Now it's like, now this person Not only is it that this person doesn't want to have a conversation with you, this person doesn't even like you. And then now it's like that's not what it is that you intended on doing. Well, here's the thing. The Six of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles represents how until they've showed you how it is that they actually do want conversations with you, right? It's not that bad. It's just that with them, they're messed up. And so they have to essentially figure a way out to really heal themselves. But not everything is essentially lost. And it came to a surprise to you, Taurus. If it hasn't, then it will soon. Probably within the next couple of days, probably. And again, this just shows you, Taurus, how things end up turning around in a matter of seconds or in a matter of days. At the fact that you, Taurus, didn't think that they really would have even wanted to talk to you after the stunts that you pulled trying to talk to them, of how it is that essentially they came off. And like it is I said before, especially in today's world, the way that things play themselves out, a lot of your enemies turn out to be good friends. And a lot of your friends turn out to be very harsh enemies. And if you don't think I'm telling you the truth, pay attention to movies. Pay attention to how things turn, right? Like it goes from being like your friend and everything like that, and then once you have a real good friend, now all of a sudden like with the vampire books, right? Cirque du Freak, is it Vampire du Freak? Something like that. But it's like a teenager who basically becomes a vampire and then has to live away from his family and essentially join the circus as a real vampire. But he's good. And then you have vampires, something like that. I think it's vampires, where the vampires are like the villains because all they want to do is just like live off of people and end them and everything like that. They're not really into turning people like that. Very rarely do they actually turn people, right? And the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that look at how your friends can essentially turn out to be enemies and how your enemies can turn out to be friends. Things have turned around between you and this person where you, like I said, you thought this person didn't even like you. You thought that it was a personal thing where this person didn't want you asking questions because for whatever reason they didn't like you. And you, Taurus, respected the personal space. And this person ended up deciding, they're going to give you a chance because, sometimes it's a matter of respecting personal space. Sometimes it is a matter of just respecting personal space. That when you don't respect personal space, sometimes that's, even though you're nice, people are paying attention to that. And that the way that you come off, if you're not careful, you could tell a person who knows what they're dealing with, okay, they can't trust you, right? Say no to your friends and see how they take it. If they respect it and they say, all right, okay, cool. But if you have friends like how I had, quote unquote, friends with air quotes, like how I had back in the day, right? Back when I was a teenager and everything like that, they didn't respect a whole lot of no's. And again, that was an indication as to why it is that I would try to break away from them many times, because they wouldn't respect personal space, personal boundaries. But the point is that you, Taurus, did. And that's part of why this person decided to give you a chance, right? Because the Seven of Pentacles, this relationship, this connection, this whatever it is between yourself and this person that you, Taurus, have tried to talk to. Maybe it could even be where the two of you are supposed to be talking, but the person is not a very talkative person. Or maybe they're slow to open up. The point is that they're in a situation where they are opening up slowly to you, but a lot of you, Taurus, are respecting that personal boundary, which allows them to open up to you even more. Right? People be checking for that sometimes. Do you respect personal boundaries? Even the hyenas check to see if a person respects personal boundaries. Now, granted, you shouldn't hang around the hyenas. So, and then you have the judgment, and then you have the Hierophant, right? The judgment and the Hierophant represents how, well, the Hierophant is Taurus and Sagittarius, right? So stability. But the judgment represents they will give you a chance. Like it is, I said before, they will give you a chance. So there's this odd connection that you Taurus are starting to develop with an unlikely individual, because they don't really particularly give a whole lot of chances. They very much so are very much so to themselves, and for whatever reason they decided to give you Taurus a chance, right? You Taurus, y'all rule over silence and everything like that, but this person decided to actually like you, understand what it is that you've got going on, and because you understood what they got going on, they didn't necessarily want to share at the particular time, but again, you respected it. So let's clarify the Hierophant. I could have, because that's how it is that that's how it is, right? People be wanting you to respect their personal boundaries when they tell you no. There's a time where I could have gotten to know somebody. She's on YouTube. I could have gotten to know somebody. She got a fatty, son. Anyway, a Libra, as a matter of fact. But the point is that she got a fatty, son. Anyway, I found out some stuff about her that I didn't particularly like, right? To respect her personal boundaries. And she had asked me, she was like, what's up with why is it that you keep adding me on Instagram and unfollowing me? And I told her straight up, like, look, I found some things out about you because she told me what it is. And to be honest with you, I don't particularly like that or would like to hang around that. She blocked me, and I'm okay with that, because I'm willing to stand my ground on that. Like, nah, like, nah, I'm cool. You know what I mean? So to protect her privacy, I'm not gonna say what she did or her name or even her YouTube channel name, because I still have a certain amount of respect for her. So let's clarify the Hierophant. She got a fatty, son. Dang. Anyway, the Nine of Wands, the Four of Swords. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking about it. The Knight of Wands, the nine of Wands. Holy, Four of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and then you have the Eight of Cups, right? To clarify for the Hierophant, which is Taurus and Sagittarius mixed together. So the Nine of Wands and the Four of Swords speaks to how you, Taurus, right? Again, this person things started off rough between yourself and them, if you're getting to know this person. But the Knight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, you are heading towards calmer waters, because this person is allowing you to actually get to know them, right? And for them to essentially lower their guard a little bit. So, which is a great thing. All it is that you, Taurus, have to do is just allow them to open up on their own, pretty much. That's the same thing with the crabs. Crabs be shut down. Same thing with you, Taurus, too. A lot of y'all be shut down. Taurus rules over silence. And at first, and this is something that happens with all Taurus. I think this is something that happens with all Taurus. You don't even really know if Taurus even really like you like that. Taurus, Leo, crabs, right? You don't even know if Taurus even really likes you like that. Like, there's been times myself where at the very beginning of me knowing a Taurus, I don't even know if the Taurus even thinks I'm like okay. Like, Real talk. Like, I'm sitting over here saying to myself, does this Taurus even like think I'm cool? Or like, maybe I ought to stay away from this Taurus a little bit, because I don't know. You know, because like you Taurus have a habit of doing that. You Taurus, somebody talking to you, you'll remain quiet. Thing, talk to them, remain quiet. And again, y'all rule over silence, right? I get it. But then it's like you're like you're like whatever, right? Talking to them or whatnot. And then like it's this sense of like Taurus can sometimes just blow you off. Come on now. Taurus be doing that. Taurus be doing that. Leos be doing that. Right? Where you don't even know what's going on. Scorpios be doing that. Pisces be doing that. You don't even know what's going on. You'll be like, what I do? Taurus won't even answer some questions. You'll be like, all right, let me, you person be thinking to themselves, let me just go ahead and stay away from this Taurus, because I really don't want this Taurus to like get upset or none of that stuff. Obviously, what I got going on upsets Taurus. So, all right, let me, all right, we out of here. We off this. Let me just break out from this, right? All right, peace. Then the next thing you know, it's like the Taurus would be like, hey, you know, you invited to come over, whatnot. You'd be like, so you like, fam, my brother's a Taurus, fam. My brother's a Taurus. I'm saying. Anyway, so that's it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to over 100K. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.